Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the G Bunsley stream. Now, fancy singing this time. Let's see. Just gonna log in real quick. Alright, hopefully this is connected. I don't hear anything. Okay, it sounds like it's turning off. Let me check and see if this is even going at all. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam, bada bow. Well, I hope everybody's doing alright out there in YouTube land. I'm here with my dog, Achilles. He's laying down actually. I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing for I don't know the past couple days or not a couple days. Sorry, just today. It feels like it's been a few days, but it's been a lot of enlightenment for sure. I didn't mean to cut off that stream earlier. I just think I like slid down top of the screen or something. Dude, 157 views. I was like, why? 8 hours? I mean, I did fall asleep. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to fall asleep. I didn't mean to fall asleep, people. I will get a face cam in the future. I swear. I have a 4K capture card, and uh, we do technically have two monitors and a PC. It's a Dell Intel i8 with 32 gigabytes of RAM on it. It's a nice start. Um, I have Destiny already on it. Destiny, the game, and I want to start playing that game. I want to get Raider to come with me to that game with my friend Ice Striker, and dude, maybe even Space. We need a different uh, gaming community, and I don't know. You would have the sorry, I had a cough. You have to look at the game, the Destiny 2 game. Alright, well, anyways, I'm gonna be playing this spiritual audio, and I don't know if you guys are connecting to it, but you don't have to. If you think I'm strange for playing this, that's on you. I don't blame you. I mean, not everybody, it's not, this message is not meant for everyone. Um, and I'm not here to also shame you either. Um, if you're not a part of it, and if you're just interested in what that even means, or you're just sitting here and being like, oh my god, this guy is actually freaking crazy. Well, just sit back and listen and see if I don't know, maybe any of it makes any sense to you. Maybe something will stick out. Maybe one thing. Let's hope maybe one thing sticks out, and it's it makes sense to you in your heart and soul. So yeah. So yeah, my my dog is absolutely zonked out right now. He's right next to me. Aren't you just a good little corn nugget? Hmm? Are you asleep fully? He moved his ear. I wanted him to snort or something. He twitched. And dude, he is absolutely out, bro. That's crazy. Um, I promise there's a dog here. Wait. Yeah. So let's start this. Oh, don't you? Yeah. So, anyways, let me see who is in the chat. Is there anybody in the chat? Nobody's in the chat. That's weird.
Have you ever felt like you're being prepared for something no one else around you can see? Like there's a calling on your life that you can't explain, but you also can't ignore? Do you often receive prophetic dreams or feel the presence of angels even when no one else understands what you're sensing? That's not imagination.
Doesn't feel right.
It's revelation. You are not ordinary. You are a chosen one. And this message is your divine message, tailored by heaven, timed by ordinary. You angels, like there's a calling on your life that you can't have you ever felt?
Am I messing? Wait, hold on. Did I just mess up the timing of this? Well, okay, so this was a live from earlier. I just started whenever.
Like you're being prepared.
Sorry, chat.
Have you ever felt like you're being prepared for something no one else around you can see? Like there's a calling on your life that you can't explain?
Really?
But you also can't.
Do I have the mic on or something? What is happening here?
Even when no one else understands what you're sensing. That's not imagination. It's revelation. You are not ordinary.
I'm so sorry,
You are a chosen one. And this message is your divine message, tailored by heaven, timed by God. You've been walking through spiritual encounters, battling in silence, and carrying visions that others would call strange. But the reason it's heavy is because it's holy. Listen carefully. Only 0.1% of people will truly receive the reward tied to this season. The rest? They'll hear this and scroll past. They're not wired for it. If you are not chosen, this message is not for you. But if your spirit is stirred already, keep watching. Because this is a prophetic moment, and you've just stepped into it. If you feel this word resonating already, like this video, comment 777 for the spiritual promise, 144 for the remnant, or 111 for divine alignment. Subscribe, tap the bell, and share this with another chosen one. Because the same God who stirred you is stirring them too. This message came to you at the exact divine time.
What is wrong with this
Don't
bot?
miss it.
he was like, meow, meow.
Why only 0.1%? The mystery of the remnant. Chosen one, it's time you understand the mystery of why you. Why the pressure, the isolation, the spiritual activity around your life that others don't seem to experience. The answer is found in a truth few can comprehend.
Oh yeah.
You are part of the remnant.
Nikki, you're gonna need
A select
those
group,
Paramore songs.
0.1%. Handpicked
And,
not by popularity, but by purity, purpose, and prophetic alignment. Throughout scripture and history, God has never worked through crowds. He works through remnants. In biblical terms, the remnant refers to the few, those preserved through fire, kept through chaos, hidden while others fell. They are the ones who refuse to bow when everyone else compromises. In the days of Elijah, the prophet thought he was the only one left serving God. But the Lord revealed there were 7,000 others, a hidden remnant, who had not bowed their knees to Baal. They weren't seen, but they were set apart. Today, that same principle applies. While the world chases platforms and applause, God is preparing a silent army behind the veil. Being part of the remnant isn't about being better. It's about being willing. Willing to be refined. Willing to obey without explanation. Willing to stand when it's unpopular. God doesn't choose based on appearance, following, credentials, or status. He chooses based on posture. He's looking for hearts that are humble, obedient, and spiritually alert. That's why so many are called, but so few are chosen. The call goes out to many, but only a handful are willing to endure the refining required to carry true authority. If you've experienced prophetic dreams that disturb your sleep yet awaken your spirit, if you've had angelic visitations that shift the room's atmosphere, if you've walked through seasons of intense spiritual warfare, overwhelming pressure, or divine silence, you're not crazy. You're not imagining things. These are markers of your assignment. God doesn't send dreams to the distracted. He sends them still to in the twilight zone. The kind of dreams you've had, full of symbols,
yo, what's up, guys?
Instructions,
are we stuck in the twilight zone?
Access to higher dimensions of revelation, and access always confirms identity. And angelic visitation, that's not fantasy.
Wait, do you guys want to see just me?
The Bible is filled with accounts of angels showing up to speak, protect, and prepare the chosen. Gabriel with Mary, angels with Daniel, ministering spirits sent to Jesus in the wilderness. Hebrews 1:14 tells us, angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. They don't visit just for spectacle. They come when the weight of your calling demands supernatural support. But what about the pain, the loneliness, the warfare that hits your mind, your body, your relationships? That too is confirmation. The enemy never wastes time on the casual or compromised. He only attacks what he perceives as dangerous. If your life has felt like a battlefield, it's because hell knows what's inside of you. The pressure you've been under is spiritual evidence that you are next in line for elevation.
I feel like there's like a movement to it. There's like whenever I'm doing
your
stuff.
Your affliction isn't a sign of failure. It's the mark of a remnant
Nikki,
rising.
You have to see it, right?
This 0.1% remnant is rare, not because
you know what I'm
God
talking
is
about?
unfair, but because few are willing to walk the narrow road.
You know what I'm talking about? Like I'll be like doing stuff and like he's like saying things and like I'm just like doing it. Like I haven't watched these videos. This video just came out like a couple hours ago or something. You think I have time to like figure out the lines or something? Or figure out like proper choreography? Yeah, that's hilarious. I was dead. If you couldn't tell, I was sitting over your house. That's me. Over there. I swear to God. Again? Neb is just being nice. She's a liar. So, what do you think? Should I do like bits of this, bits of like breaks? Like we should talk about it, or like? Yeah, I think we should talk about it in between loud noises. Okay. Is it too loud? Is that what you're thinking? Wowzers. Zed is up first. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back and do my thing.
The path to spiritual reward is paved with obedience in secret, faith in silence, and worship in the wilderness. And because of that, the reward is weighty. God doesn't entrust spiritual authority to the untested. He gives it to those who've been purified, not just promoted. The remnant may not be on the world's radar, but they are on heaven's agenda.
I asked that
The
I just be
reward for the
worthy,
remnant is more than material.
honestly.
It's spiritual rulership.
Even though I've been
It's the
told
ability
I
to
am.
discern truth in a deceived world, to intercede with power,
I'll always think
to
I'm not
shift
worthy.
atmospheres with a word,
Like
to hear
Gabriel.
God clearly when others only hear noise. And in due season, that spiritual weight manifests in favor, opportunity, divine connection, and protection. You're not striving for a blessing. You're being prepared to become the blessing. Look around. Most people are asleep spiritually, numb to what's happening in the spirit. But you feel things before they happen. You hear God in moments others overlook. You wake up from dreams that stay with you for weeks. You've been stirred to pray in the middle of the night without knowing why. That's not random. That's remnant coding. You are hardwired to move when God speaks, even if no one else sees what you're building. That's what makes you dangerous. And that's why you've been tested so fiercely. But here's the good news. If you're still reading this, if your spirit is resonating, if your eyes are burning with clarity, you are the remnant. You're not being called into something. You're being revealed as something. A vessel of fire, a carrier of the divine, a voice that shakes systems. God has preserved you because he plans to use you powerfully. And don't think for a second that your numbers define your impact. In Gideon's story, God reduced the army from 32,000 to just 300 so that no one could boast in their strength.
Eat something.
It wasn't a demotion, it was a divine strategy. God doesn't need crowds. He needs consecration.
Can you hear me?
0.1% aren't loud. They're lethal in the spirit.
I dreamed someone named
While others post, they pray.
Bob.
While others seek platforms, they seek the presence. And because of that, heaven backs
forget
them.
about it.
So if you've ever wondered why your life has felt different,
I probably get smacked.
Why you don't fit in,
I wish they would.
Why you're drawn to the things of God in a way others aren't, this is your confirmation. You are the 0.1%.
Not the.
You are the remnant, chosen by design,
Holy
hidden
crap,
for a time.
I'm like,
but now, being awakened for such a time as this. Comment 144 if you know you're part of the remnant.
Yo.
Comment 777 if you feel the promise coming.
No,
or type 111 if you sense divine alignment is here. These aren't just numbers.
I just meant it as
They're
like a
declarations.
Big and strong thing.
They're confirmations.
Holy crap.
You are not alone.
Dude, that's crazy.
You
hey,
are not
Baba the Boo.
You are exactly where God wants you to be. Signs. You're one of the 0.1%.
Hey, the baby, the bye.
Chosen one. You're not imagining it. You really
forget
are
about it. 211?
Not better, not superior, but set apart. Even among other believers, you've always felt a little out of sync.
Yo, this bot
like your spirit was tuned to a frequency others couldn't hear.
Corn nugget?
You listen to sermons and feel things no one else comments on. You enter rooms and sense atmospheres others will
I just want to turn you into a
you
waffle.
Weep in worship when others just sway. You're awake to the spirit. And that's one of the first signs that you are part of the 0.1% remnant. You feel things deeply. You discern things quickly. And you carry things silently. While others wonder, you know.
Yeah, Zed was probably listening to them
you've
back
already
in
received the
kindergarten.
Message. That's not arrogance.
Or no,
it's assignment awareness. The weight on your life comes from being called to carry something most people never will.
Teachers,
and the reason it feels heavy?
Uncle.
Because it's holy. One major sign you're one of the 0.1%. You've survived uncommon battles. The warfare on your life has never made sense to those around you.
What?
People have looked at your journey and said, you're too young to have gone through that. Or, that shouldn't have happened to you. But it did.
I don't like
You've
anything.
Been betrayed by people you trusted. Rejected by those you loved. You've had moments where the enemy whispered, just quit. It's not worth it.
I like
but
that.
You didn't quit. You couldn't. Because something in your spirit refused to let go. And that something was the Spirit of God reminding you, you are chosen. You've walked through seasons where everything crumbled, finances, friendships, identity. You've endured spiritual battles that left you weeping on the floor. But those breakdowns weren't the end.
I'm insane.
They were the birthing grounds of your spiritual authority.
Sorry.
Every battle you've survived wasn't wasted.
Start playing this game?
It was branding. Heaven was marking you, teaching you to pray when others panic, training you to hear when others doubt.
Like, for real.
The more intense your battles have been, the more evident your calling is. Another powerful sign. You often receive divine messages in stillness. While others are distracted, you hear God in the quiet. You've woken up from prophetic dreams that wouldn't leave you. You've heard God speak through numbers, 111, 222, 333, repeating over and over until you stopped and paid attention. Maybe you've even been drawn to certain scriptures out of nowhere, or heard a word in your spirit that felt heavier than your thoughts. That's not your imagination. That's divine communication. God doesn't waste his voice on empty hearts. He speaks to those who will listen. And if he's been whispering to you in dreams, impressions, or patterns, it's because you've been chosen to receive. The ability to hear him isn't just a gift, it's a trust. And you're part of the 0.1% because you've proven you won't ignore what others dismiss. You also sense spiritual warfare even when no one else sees it. You walk into a room and feel tension. You meet someone and instantly feel off spiritually. You have dreams about people that reveal their true intentions before it's ever shown in the natural. That's spiritual discernment, one of the most vital signs of the remnant. You're not just sensitive, you're spiritually aware. You can feel demonic resistance in seasons when everything looks fine on the outside. You've sensed when a shift was coming in your life. Sometimes days or weeks before it happened.
With the gang,
Because God is training you to live ahead of the moment, not behind it. You're not reactive, you're prophetic. You don't just respond to what happens, you discern what's about to happen.
Sorry, Zed.
That's spiritual maturity. That's a sign of being part of the hidden few, those who watch on heaven's wall, who sense the storm before the clouds even form. And then there's this. You've been hidden or rejected, but preserved. Some of the most painful seasons of your life were when people overlooked you. You weren't picked, you weren't seen, you weren't invited. You gave your best, but it wasn't received. Yet even in those moments, you were being protected. God hid you from platforms that would have poisoned you. He shielded you from people who couldn't handle your anointing. He let rejection be your redirection. The world may have passed over you, but God preserved you. You've been in a spiritual cocoon, and now the shell is breaking. The hidden season wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Like David tending sheep in a field, you've been faithful in obscurity. And now heaven is saying, it's time. The oil is about to flow. The unveiling is near. And you won't need to prove yourself. Your presence will confirm the preparation.
Honestly.
This preservation also explains the isolation you felt. You've often been the only one in your circle who prays like you do, feels like you do, cries like you do. Others call it doing too much, but you can't help it. Because something in your soul won't settle for shallow. You were built for depth, and God has been forming a foundation in you that will sustain spiritual elevation. If any of this resonates, you don't need further proof. You are the 0.1%, and that means your life will never be normal. Your journey won't be easy, but your reward will be eternal. Your voice will carry weight. Your steps will carry purpose, and your presence will shift atmospheres. You're not late. You're not broken. You're not disqualified. You've been refined for a reason, and the signs have been there all along. That's why you're reading this now, because your spirit already knows. If you've been sensing it, comment below. 111 for divine alignment, 777 if you know the spiritual promise is unfolding, 144 if you recognize yourself as part of the remnant. You're not alone. You're not crazy. You're called. What the reward is, beyond material. Chosen one. It's time you understand what's really at stake. What's truly waiting for those who endure. This test you're in, The pain you've walked through, the silence you've endured, it's not for nothing. There is a reward, yes, but not the kind this world chases. Not just a check in your hand or a door
He's just looking at me in the face. He's like,
the reward
you want this?
For the 0.1% for the remnant is deeper. It's heavier. It's eternal. It's not about material gain. It's about spiritual elevation.
What? Hey, what's your problem, me? Hey, forget about it.
It's with mantles, assignments, insight, favor, authority, access, power. Yes, provision comes. Yes, influence follows. But what you're being positioned to receive is much greater than anything you could earn in the natural. This reward cannot be manipulated, networked, or bought.
I'm walking here.
Heaven does not trade in currency. It trades in surrender. Some of you are about to walk into mantles of leadership. Divine responsibility placed upon your life to govern,
I'm walking
with supernatural wisdom. Not just to lead people, but to lead movements. God doesn't raise up leaders for attention. He raises them for impact. But leadership in the kingdom isn't given. It's entrusted. And only those who've been proven in fire can carry it without abusing it. Others will receive healing gifts. You've battled through affliction, confusion, or loss, not realizing God was preparing your hands to bring healing to others. There are chosen ones reading this right now who will walk into rooms, lay hands, and watch cancer dry up. You will pray over broken minds and see peace return. This isn't just for ministers in pulpits. This is for remnant people, those who carry God's presence so purely. Healing flows simply through proximity. Some of you will receive a deeper prophetic insight. You already
did you make the ziti with the reggaetoni or the oregano?
And hear God's voice in unusual ways.
The oregano from me.
But now, that gift is about to intensify. Clarity will sharpen. Revelation will accelerate. You'll speak a word and someone's entire spirit will break open. You'll write what you hear and people will encounter God just by reading it. This is not hype. This is what happens when you pass the test. Heaven responds with impartation. Before these rewards come, however, they are often preceded by spiritual encounters. Why? Because God prepares you for what He's about to release. You may notice angelic visitations increasing, moments where you feel watched, protected, or even physically touched during
Neb,
prayer or
start
sleep.
praying about.
You may hear your name called in the spirit.
In the next 2 minutes, start praying about
with no natural explanation.
your decision on.
These are not
what
random.
You think
they are signs of impartation. God letting you know, I'm about to place something on you. This is not new. It's the same pattern we see throughout Scripture. Take Solomon. He didn't ask for money, fame, or popularity. He asked for wisdom. And because of his humility, God gave him wisdom and everything else he didn't request. Solomon was rewarded with understanding beyond his generation
tell me in Discord.
Because he chose to ask for what mattered. The reward wasn't just intellectual, it was spiritual download. People came from around the world to sit under his voice. And that kind of favor came only after Solomon postured his heart in obedience. Consider Elijah, the prophet who called down fire and parted the Jordan. He passed through intense testing, confronting kings, enduring famine, hiding in caves, walking alone. Yet, in his final season, a chariot of fire came to take him. Why? Because his life had become an altar. And what was his reward? Elisha received his mantle, a double portion. But that mantle was costly. It didn't come from comfort, it came from consecration. Then there's Paul, once Saul the persecutor.
What is happening? What is happening in the chat?
After his Damascus Road experience, he didn't immediately begin ministry.
Yeah, I'm
he went
actually
into isolation and preparation. But once God released him, Paul walked in unmatched spiritual authority. His shadow healed. His voice shook systems. His letters still shift nations today. Paul's reward wasn't fame, it was legacy. And that legacy came through obedience to an uncomfortable, often dangerous calling. You may not see fire fall from the sky or ride up in chariots, but don't miss this. The same spirit that marked these men and women of old is working in your life right now. And the rewards you're being positioned to carry, they're not small, they're generational, they're eternal. This is why the warfare has been so heavy. It's not just about what you'll receive, it's about who you'll become.
I literally lost so much weight.
It's crossing over from survival into authority. It's going from always needing deliverance to walking in the power to deliver others.
It's crazy.
It's from waiting on confirmation
so much
to becoming
I've never
the confirmation. You become the proof that God is real, that obedience is
but
worth
not
it,
in a bad
that
way, in a
truly
really
births
healthy
power.
way. I look great.
This reward doesn't mean life will be easy, but it means your life will be effective.
I mean,
you'll know who you
are.
You'll speak with clarity. You'll pray with fire. You'll walk with peace. And the things that once tripped you will no longer even touch you. You will rise above cycles, master temptations, and move with kingdom purpose. But again, don't forget this. This reward cannot be bought. It's only released by obedience. No shortcuts.
No formulas. I could have been
no manipulation.
Anakin Skywalker.
This is not earned like a paycheck. It's entrusted like a crown.
Stayed and kept pursuing that twin flame
watches the motives, not just the methods. He weighs the heart, not just the hands. And when he finds a vessel who has endured the crushing, embraced the hidden season, and responded to testing with worship instead of whining, he pours oil. So what's your reward?
It's just not meant to be.
It might not look like theirs. It might not come through the route you expected,
I saw us being
but
together,
it will come,
years off in
and
the
it will
future,
be tailored, divine, and irreversible.
Happened,
it will shift your life in ways you cannot imagine, and it will confirm everything you thought you heard in the dark.
It was always
You've been faithful in private. Get ready for heaven to trust you in public. You've obeyed in silence.
It was just
get ready to speak in power. You've wept in secret.
But
get ready to reap in strength.
Kept on coming over me and other
the reward is not just coming. It's already in motion.
That same clarity,
so stay ready. Stay obedient. Stay pure. Because what's being released is not just a blessing. It's a mantle.
Again, it kept on
and when it lands on you, nothing will ever be the same. The cost of carrying divine favor. Chosen one, let's speak plainly. Divine favor comes at a cost. Not because God is cruel, but because the weight of what he places on your life must be supported by the strength of your spirit. You don't get to carry glory without passing through fire. You don't receive mantles without first enduring the crushing that makes you worthy to wear them. Favor is not for the faint of heart. It's not a spiritual accessory. It's a burden, an assignment, a heavenly responsibility. And before God trusts you to carry something that shifts nations, he will make sure it doesn't destroy you first. This is why your life has felt different. Why the warfare has been unrelenting. Why people you love have betrayed you. Why your name has been slandered. Why your prayers felt unanswered. Because carrying divine favor isn't just about what you get. It's about what you can survive. Loneliness. That's one of the first prices. God often pulls his chosen into seasons of deep isolation. It's not punishment, it's preservation. He removes you from crowds so he can speak without interference. He allows you to feel unseen so you can be recalibrated to find your identity in his presence alone. You've had seasons where no one checked on you, supported you, or celebrated you, and yet you kept going. That's the mark of someone God is shaping to carry favor without needing approval. He makes sure your roots grow deep before the fruit shows up. Betrayal. If you're called to carry glory, expect to be misunderstood and misjudged. Jesus was betrayed by someone he fed. Joseph was thrown in a pit by his own brothers. David was hunted by a king he served faithfully. Betrayal isn't a glitch in the process. It is the process. Why? Because betrayal purifies your motives. It separates those who are with you from those only with your benefit. It teaches you to depend on God when people become unreliable. If you've been betrayed, and it didn't break your spirit, it strengthened your anointing. Delays. One of the hardest costs of favor is waiting. You've had visions, dreams, words spoken over your
Sorry,
life.
Neb. I think I said too much, didn't I?
It feels like things haven't moved. But here's the truth.
Why do I
Delays are divine filters. They reveal what's real. If you'll still serve when no one sees, if you'll still prepare when nothing seems near, God delays public release so he can finish the private refining. Don't mislabel the wait as rejection. It's actually protection. And if you're still waiting, it means your reward is still growing in weight. Spiritual warfare. The higher your calling, the heavier your battles. You've likely endured cycles of warfare others never see. Attacks in your mind, torment in your sleep, resistance in your purpose, confusion when you should be confident. That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. Hell only targets what heaven has marked. Your warfare is proof of your weapon. The devil wouldn't spend time on you if you weren't a threat. So if the fire has been turned up, it's because your mantle is about to be released. The battle always intensifies before the breakthrough. And here's what makes this cost even greater. Many are called, but few are chosen. And even fewer are willing to handle the process. Everyone wants favor. Few want fire. Everyone wants the oil.
These have gotta be
Few want the crushing that produces it. Many want to walk in power. Few want the secret place that births it. You cannot carry divine authority with shallow commitment. God is looking for those who can carry weight without craving attention, who can steward spiritual gifts without abusing them, who can endure silence without losing faith. That's the cost, and that's why so few ever walk in it. So if you're still here, still reading this, still pressing through in your own life, chosen one, it means you're built for it. The pain you've survived was proof. The tears you cried were seeds. The loneliness wasn't random. The silence wasn't God ignoring you. It was God trusting you. Trusting that even without clarity, you'd stay close. Even without applause, you'd still show up. Even when crushed, you'd still believe. That's why he's about to elevate you, because you didn't break under pressure. And let's be honest, most people would have given up by now. They would have let the betrayal become bitterness. They would have let the delay turn into doubt. They would have let the warfare make them walk away. But you've been tested, and that's why you're about to be trusted. The cost of favor is not just what you go through, it's what you choose to let go of. You've had to walk away from good things to make room for God things. You've outgrown circles that once fed you. You've had to stay silent when you wanted to defend yourself. You've had to carry vision when no one else could see it. You've had to be misunderstood, underestimated, overlooked, and still keep your heart clean. That's a cost.
That's not good for the algorithm. It makes the algorithm think that you don't believe in your videos. That's kind of like it's a part of my problem as well right now.
But to become a blessing.
It's been a hard thing to dig out.
Not just to be favored, but to carry favor that shifts entire bloodlines. What God is placing on your life isn't light. It's legacy. And you had to walk through what you did so that when the reward comes, your character can carry it. Don't forget this. The fire doesn't come to destroy the chosen. It comes to reveal them. What's burning off you right now are the things that can't go with you into your next. Impatience, offense, pride, people-pleasing, fear, insecurity. You're not just passing through fire, you're being forged in it. So if you felt like everything's being stripped, don't panic. You're not losing, you're becoming. Becoming the person who can wear the mantle. Becoming the voice God can trust. Becoming the vessel that doesn't crack under pressure. That's what favor requires. And that's why the fire has been hotter than you imagined. If this resonates deep in your spirit, if you felt the weight of the cost but haven't quit, comment 888 below. 8 is the number of new beginnings. And you're not just near one, you're becoming one. You are about to be the reason others believe it's still possible to survive the fire and carry the favor. Chosen one, hold your ground. Heaven knows what you've paid, and the God who refined you in private is about to reward you in public. Instructions from God. How to position for the reward.
It got really like AI voicey right there for a second, but like I swear,
it's prepared.
I don't listen to a lot of these
but
AI
rewards
voice
in the
people.
kingdom are not just
like,
given; they are received by readiness.
The
same
this
God
guy
who anoints
and
also instructs.
the Word of Wisdom.
He doesn't just pour
are
out
the only
favor.
ones that I listen
He positions
to.
those
there's
who are
like
willing
literally,
to align.
I tell you what, there's probably like
in
hundreds
this sacred
of thousands
season,
of
heaven
AI
is issuing
voice
clear
things,
directions
and they'll
to the remnant.
spew all sorts
Fast,
of crap.
Pray,
and
listen, obey.
I mean, sometimes they even
detach.
have like
These are
cussing
not
in there
suggestions.
which like
These are survival strategies for the elevation
like
coming.
A ninny
Start with this.
or something.
Fasting is your
grandma.
spiritual accelerator. It isn't about punishment. It's about purification.
Oh my gosh!
When you
fast,
fast, you silence the static of the flesh and sharpen the frequency of the spirit. You become more sensitive to God's whispers, more resistant to the enemy's lies. Fasting breaks delay. It reveals instruction. It places you in the posture of receptivity.
Alright, anybody here fast at all? Or is okay, so hold on. I have to choose my words carefully here. I'm gonna take a second to recap with you guys. So, how are we feeling? We doing alright, or you guys hate me, love me, want me to die, or you guys are like, wow, this guy's actually connecting with me, I love it. Let me know. Leave a like.
This is not the time to eat everything your flesh craves. This is the time to consecrate. Even one meal set aside in obedience can shift spiritual atmosphere. Prayer is your weapon, not passive, not rehearsed, not rushed. Prophetic prayer. Prayer that binds and looses. Prayer that discerns. Prayer that aligns you with God's timing and closes the gap between instruction and action. You cannot receive a supernatural reward through natural effort.
Do you fast occasionally?
You must pray in the Spirit.
God.
Wake up early.
I find myself like not eating
a lot. Floor.
Wait, hold on.
Speak the word.
Yo, so can you? And I was listening to this earlier, and it's kind of hard to hear me over this dude talking. So I probably shouldn't try and talk over that dude, huh? What are you guys thinking? Or can you guys still understand me? How am I doing nothing?
Write your petitions. Intercede for others. Watch what begins to shift, not just around you, but inside you. Then listen. This is the instruction many skip. You pray, but do you pause? You worship, but do you wait? The stillness isn't silence, it's strategy. God is not always loud, but he is always speaking. Through dreams, through numbers, through sudden interruptions, through nature, through nudges in your spirit. Be attentive. When your atmosphere is clean, his voice becomes clear, and when he speaks, obey immediately. Many delay the reward because they delay obedience. Obedience is not about understanding, it's about trust. You won't always know why, but you'll know who. When God says, move, do it. When he says, cut them off, do it. When he says, start the thing, cancel the thing, delete the app, Sow the seed. Do
and
it.
I did that.
Your next level is always hidden in your last instruction.
And he told me
Here's
about
another command from heaven. Detach from distractions. This includes people, platforms, and patterns that keep pulling you back into spiritual complacency. This is not the season to scroll endlessly, gossip mindlessly, or partner with fear. The enemy doesn't need to tempt you with sin. He only needs to distract you from discipline. If it costs you focus, it's costing you favor. Let it go. Why? Because your vessel must be clean for what's coming. You're being prepared for angelic visitation and divine instruction. Heaven is looking for resting places, not busy places, not cluttered places, consecrated ones. When the angel came to Mary, it wasn't random. It was because her life was postured in purity. The same goes for you. Angels are drawn to order. God speaks to those who've created room. Clean your altar. Clean your mind. Clean your heart. Be especially alert to prophetic dreams and signs in the natural. God is dropping clues. Dreams will come more vividly. Numbers like 111, alignment, 222, confirmation, or 444, angelic covering, may begin appearing often. Names, colors, or repeating scenarios may echo in your spirit. Don't ignore them. Don't say, "It's just coincidence." There is no coincidence in the life of the chosen. Journal everything. Ask for interpretation. Pay attention. The reward is always preceded by revelation. Each morning declare aloud, "I am chosen, I am ready, I am aligned." Say it until your atmosphere submits. Say it until fear backs down. Say it until your own mind believes what heaven has already declared. Your words carry weight. Don't just pray about the promise, prophesy into it. Speak to your day, speak to your finances, speak to your assignments, speak to your body, speak to your future.
Believe that.
Heaven
You've heard people say
voices,
amen
but here's
this,
the
warning.
This
church,
is the season where false things look the most convincing.
This Bible thumper,
you
I
will
can't
be
believe
offered
these people out here.
almost versions of what
and
God
some
truly
people
promised.
do find Christ that way.
Jobs, relationships, platforms,
that's
even spiritual mentors that seem like open doors. But they're distractions wrapped in opportunity. Ask God to expose the counterfeit. Ask for discernment. If you have to compromise peace, purity, or obedience to keep it, it's not from God.
Even after sleeping,
also, guard against fatigue.
Still so tired
the enemy's
lately.
tactic in this hour
Only been
is not always temptation,
it's spiritual
but
warfare,
exhaustion.
Nebula.
He wants you to be so drained that you
That's
stop
what it is.
expecting, so tired that you stop praying, so busy that you stop hearing. You're not under attack because you're weak. You're under attack because you're close. Don't mistake fatigue for failure. When you feel it rise, get in the presence of God. Rest doesn't mean retreat, it means refuel. Here's what to do practically, day by day. Wake up and give God your first 15 minutes. Prayer, scripture, silence. Choose one meal a day or week to fast. Limit your social media and digital noise.
Controller isn't connected.
Keep a dream journal beside your bed. Speak affirmations out loud daily. Ask God to remove anything not connected to your next season.
Shanks.
Revisit prophetic words spoken over your life. Stir your own faith, and above all, stay ready. The reward is near. But God is a strategist.
That was the name.
He does not release mantles into chaos. He does not send angels into disorder. He does not entrust divine insight to those still entangled in earthly confusion. So stand still, tune in, rise up. I am chosen, I am ready, I am aligned. Declare it now in the comments if your spirit is in agreement. Chosen one, the heavens are watching how you position yourself. Don't miss it. Don't delay.
44.
The instruction you follow determines the mantle you carry. Prophetic word. Chosen one, if this message stirred something in your spirit, if your heart burned, your eyes watered, or your atmosphere shifted, it's because heaven is confirming you.
I'm good.
This wasn't just a word. This was a divine signal. You didn't stumble across this by accident. God brought you here
My
on
team
purpose,
still
in
won,
time,
but I
and
felt
with
like
intention.
I
This
won
isn't
a
emotional hype.
participation medal.
This is spiritual recognition.
Yeah,
The
freaking gold
shaking you
star
feel
on
in
your
chest
chart.
right now,
You guys remember
that
that?
just hit your
I say
soul,
that to people
that's
nowadays. They're like,
confirmation,
gold
not
star on
coincidence.
my chart?
You are not
What is a
lost.
chart?
You are not
Why
late.
would I get a star on
You are
my
not
chart?
behind.
I'm like,
You are seen,
we used to have the
known,
little
and
star.
marked.
We used to have the little charts.
The Lord
I
says,
don't know.
I chose you before they noticed you. I approved you before they accepted you. I anointed you before they invited you.
Like,
stop waiting for the world to validate what God already did in secret. Your calling does not come with crowd support, it comes with divine assignment. The warfare wasn't punishment, it was prophecy in disguise. The pressure wasn't random, it was preparing your posture. The silence wasn't abandonment, it was activation. Heaven has been orchestrating everything behind the scenes to bring you to this very moment of prophetic clarity. You are not just watching a video or reading a message. You are standing under a divine outpouring. And now, here is the final prophetic word. You are in your hour of unveiling. What was hidden will now be seen. What was delayed will now be released. What was dormant will now awaken. What was resisted will now flow. Your spirit has passed the test. The gates are opening. The scroll is being read. The angels are moving. The instructions are clear. The favor is real. The mantle is descending. Everything in your life is about to shift, not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. You are walking into a season of holy clarity. Confusion is breaking off. Spiritual confidence, no more second-guessing your identity.
See, Bones,
prophetic
now you have
acceleration.
Zed and I feeling older.
What took years
yeah, we need a
will
killer
now
dude in here. I think he's our other
recognition. Those who overlooked you will be the ones who honor what God placed.
He's actually like interested. Actually,
but don't keep
I need
this
to
to
text
yourself.
Killer Dude.
This is not just.
That's what I'm gonna do right now.
It's for the remnant.
That's so much more important
There's
than whatever I'm doing
there just
right now.
Like you, on the edge of quitting,
dude.
sitting in silence, wondering if they heard God wrong. Don't let them walk blind. Share this with another chosen one who's weary. Be the messenger that brings them back to fire. Let your obedience bring someone else
Hey, that
into
rhymes. Neb and Zed. Hey, Neb and Zed.
Sometimes faith isn't built by hearing something new, but by hearing again what God already said. Let this word anchor you. Let it cleanse you.
Forget about
it. Let it reignite you. If your spirit is bearing witness, drop your declaration in the comments. Type 144 if you know you are the remnant. Type 999 if you feel a season has ended and a new one is birthing. Type 777 if you sense divine completion and covenant promises unfolding. Like this message so it reaches others. Heaven is trying to call out. Subscribe, because prophetic voices are rising and you are one of them.
Oh, sorry.
Turn on the bell, because the next word might be the next instruction you've been waiting on. Let me be clear. This is not a motivational message. This is not a spiritual
I'm used to there not being people here.
This is not surface-level encouragement. This is confirmation. God saw your tears. He counted your steps. He recorded your prayers. And now he is releasing the word that says, you didn't imagine it. You didn't miss it. You didn't lose it. You were being shaped for it. You are aligned. You are ready. You are anointed for this very moment. Heaven is not watching to see if you'll rise. Heaven already knows you will. And now, so do you.
Nebula, what if ask Sophia if she likes the name Bailey.
When people mocked Noah for building the ark, it wasn't just mockery. It was prophecy. Their laughter was a sign that the storm was real. And when the rain came, suddenly Noah wasn't crazy. He was chosen. And the same is happening with you. Right now, they're whispering, they're joking, they're treating your process like it's meaningless. But soon, the rain is coming. And when it does, what they mocked will make sense.
don't know.
Some of you have been battling this for years. Family members who belittle your faith. Friends who roll their eyes when you speak about prophetic dreams or angelic visitations. Co-workers who treat your spiritual sensitivity like weakness. And you've wondered if you should shrink, silence yourself, or blend in just to avoid the heat.
He's the Alpha and the Omega.
But hear this loud and clear.
Yes, ma'am, he is.
Don't you dare dim your light for those who live in shadows.
I'm glad I put him first this season.
You were not chosen to be light.
Just, like, fell into place.
You were chosen to be set apart. Every time they mock you for your calling, God marks you deeper for his glory. Every insult becomes a brick in the foundation he's building beneath you. Every laugh becomes a seed for a harvest of vindication. It may not come in your time.
It's crazy.
It may not come through people you hoped, but it will come. Because like God is not mocked. What they sowed in ridicule, they will reap in revelation. God doesn't forget what his children go through.
Be in like
he
a
marks the moments when you kept going, despite the noise.
Maybe
he notes
even
the days
Dazzy
you served in silence while being
Actually, it
laughed
depends
at.
on what Dazzy wants to
and
do
most
with his
importantly,
life.
he blesses those
Because
who endure
he's
the mocking
like
with grace. Because grace in mockery
doing
is
something.
evidence
He
of
wants
maturity.
to do something else.
It
like
proves you don't need
business on the
validation
side,
from people when you're already crowned by heaven.
which like
Let's
might
be
take
honest,
him away from God.
It hurts. Being mocked
But he still
cuts
gets
deep,
great views.
especially
He was
when
saying
it comes
something
from
about his
people
manager.
you trusted.
Wanted him
When it comes
to,
from the ones who once supported you. But
check out
chosen
this
one,
other deal.
that pain is doing something powerful in your spirit. It's strengthening your backbone. It's training your tongue. It's teaching you that elevation comes after humiliation. You're learning to carry your mantle without needing a crowd
What
to
do you
cheer
think they
you
think
on.
whenever they see me?
And maybe that's the whole point. God doesn't want the wrong people attached to your rise. So he allows mockery to reveal who can't go with you. He lets the rejection clear the room before the resurrection. Because when he raises you, when he publicly announces you, when the doors open and the spotlight hits, he doesn't want to share his glory with anyone who doubted your story. So walk through this fire boldly. Let them laugh. Let them label. Let them lie. And you? Keep building. Keep praying. Keep obeying. Because while they mock, God is marking. And the day will come when the same mouths that laughed will say, I didn't know they were chosen. If this part of the message hit your heart, I want you to comment
like
below.
You or something, or
Mark me,
I
God.
obviously said something.
I'll endure the mockery. Because there's a spiritual shift happening right now. You're being branded in the spirit, not with shame, but with authority. And soon, what was once mocked will become a message that sets people free. Stay grounded. Stay pure. You are not being overlooked. You are being observed, recorded, and remembered by the one who truly matters. Let them mock. Your mark is eternal. The prophetic shift. Why God embarrasses before elevation. Chosen one. There is a divine pattern you need to understand if you're going to walk in the full authority of your calling. God often embarrasses before he elevates. It's a pattern that doesn't make sense to the flesh, but it's perfectly aligned with heaven's agenda. Before the crown comes the crushing. Before the platform comes the pit. Before the throne comes the tears. And for the chosen ones, this is not punishment. It's prophetic. What feels like public humiliation is actually part of a prophetic shift that God is using to reposition you for greatness. Think about it. How does God humble a soul that's being prepared to carry glory? How does he remove ego without taking your identity? How does he teach full surrender without completely destroying you? He allows a fall. He allows people to misjudge you. He allows the lights to go out. And he allows the applause to stop. Not because he has left you, but because he is reconstructing your purpose in silence. That fall you took in front of others, that season of loss and shame you thought you'd never recover from, that was never the end. That was the transition point. Before every elevation, there is a divine stripping. The reason is simple. God will not bless the version of you that is still addicted to people's approval. So he exposes what needs to die before he lifts what needs to rise. That's what you're going through. That's why nothing is making sense. That's why everything feels uncomfortable. It's the season of divine contradiction, where what's happening in the spirit doesn't match what's happening in the natural. And that's your sign that a prophetic shift is underway. Chosen one. Every single person in Scripture who was chosen to carry greatness was first embarrassed in front of others. Joseph was given dreams of royalty, only to be stripped of his coat and thrown into a pit by his brothers. But that pit was not a detour, it was a fast track to the palace. Why? Because God embarrasses the chosen ones to reveal the pride in others. Your fall isn't just about you, it's a mirror to those around you. How they treat you in your fall tells heaven whether they qualify to witness your rise. There's something holy about being exposed. It purifies your motives. It reminds you that the only one who truly holds your destiny is God. And it forces you to let go of every false support system you were relying on. What's happening right now may feel like rejection, but spiritually, it's redirection. You're being removed from rooms that are too small for your calling. You're being embarrassed in front of people who were never supposed to understand your assignment. And you're being stripped in public so God can clothe you in glory, without anyone else getting the credit. The prophetic shift is this. God is flipping your pain into power, your shame into stage, and your exposure into elevation. What humiliated you will soon highlight you. What was once your weakness will become your witness. But you must survive this part. You must allow God to finish the breaking before the blessing is released. Because this shift is not just about your image, it's about your capacity. God is stretching you to hold more, but the vessel must be emptied before it's filled. There's a reason why you've been dreaming more lately. There's a reason you've been seeing repeated numbers, sensing spiritual tension, and receiving divine messages in your spirit. Those prophetic dreams are not your imagination. They are previews of what's coming. The angelic visitations, the spiritual encounters, the sudden clarity in the middle of the night, those are signposts. Heaven is whispering to you, stay still, I'm working behind the scenes. What people see as your breaking point is actually your birthing point. You are stepping into a new realm, and God cannot allow the old version of you to enter this next level. So, He's burning away the insecurity. He's exposing hidden wounds. He's detaching you from voices that tried to mold you. Because where you're going, you must be free of everything fake, everything shallow, and everything small. And when this shift completes, when God finishes His silent work, you will not need to reintroduce yourself. The same mouths that mocked you will be the same ones that speak your name in rooms you never entered. Because God knows how to flip the script, and He knows how to raise the humble at the perfect time. So if you're in the embarrassing stage, don't panic. Praise. If you're in the silence, don't retreat. Stay faithful, because the shift isn't coming. It's already happening. And when heaven shifts, everything else has no choice but to follow. Trust what you can't see right now. The spiritual realm is more active than it's ever been in your life. Let me know in the comments if you've been feeling that shift. Those prophetic nudges, those intense emotional waves, those strange moments of clarity. Comment, I feel the shift, if this word confirms what's been happening to you. You're not being embarrassed. You're being established. Keep standing, chosen one. Elevation is closer than it looks. God is making an example out of you. Chosen one, this may be hard to hear, but God is making an example out of you. Not to shame you, not to embarrass you without cause, but to reveal something divine through your life that others would never understand unless they saw it unfold in real time. You've been asking why your battles have been so public, why your heartbreak happened in front of people, why your spiritual testing couldn't stay behind closed doors like everyone else's. The answer is this. Your life is a prophetic display. When you're truly chosen, your life is not just a testimony. It becomes a teaching tool for others. Your journey becomes a live message that heaven uses to reveal spiritual truths to the world. God doesn't just speak through your success. He often speaks loudest through your suffering. And when he allows the spotlight to hit your worst moments, it's because he's about to use your recovery, your restoration, and your rise to shut the mouths of critics and awaken the hearts of those who've been watching in silence.
Yo, what is happening?
You are not going through all this in vain. You are being positioned as proof.
I don't experience any of this.
Proof that God still uses the broken. Proof that purity still matters.
Rio is over here saying
proof
that doesn't
spiritual
happen.
obedience
like,
has power.
It's clearly happening
proof
in my
that
game
those
right
who
now.
wait on the Lord, even when mocked,
He was trying to tell me and Raider
the pain you're experiencing right now
haven't had a single lag this entire
for prophetic demonstration.
I am.
God is going to do something through you so undeniable, so miraculous, that even those who laugh will have to admit they were chosen all along.
I understand that I was bad.
Remember Job? God literally pointed him out to the enemy. Have you considered my servant Job? It wasn't because Job was flawed. It was because he was faithful.
Like, honestly, what is this?
And God knew Job could carry the weight of a divine example.
Like, playable.
He knew Job wouldn't fold under pressure. He knew Job's endurance would speak louder than his comfort. And that's what he sees in you. God knows that your story, yes, even your lowest point, will become the seed of someone else's transformation. You are being used to demonstrate how grace works in real time, how strength is forged in fire, how obedience still births favor. That's why it had to be you.
What the heck
Others
is
can live
going
quietly.
on in this game?
Others can sin in secret and recover privately. But you, God won't let you hide, because your story was never just about you. It was always about what he wants to show the world through you. He's using you as evidence that the anointing costs something. That being chosen means walking roads that most people wouldn't survive. That spiritual power doesn't come cheap. It's purchased through surrender, silence, and sometimes shame. But here's the powerful truth. God never makes an example without giving exaltation. He doesn't allow public testing without preparing public vindication.
So hard now.
Yes,
it's not even funny
you were humiliated.
It's lagging.
Yes, they laughed. Yes, they walked away while you were bleeding. But watch what God does next. Watch how he restores you so openly, so boldly, that the same mouths that mocked will marvel.
Like, what is happening? Did they update
something? Watch how he builds you right in front of the ones who broke you. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about being seen just for ego's sake. This is about the glory of God being revealed through your resilience. He wants people to witness how a soul refined by fire can still radiate light. How a spirit bent but not broken can stand taller than ever. He wants your life to be the living sermon that awakens the sleeping and silences the proud. And trust me, he will make sure they see it. There's something weighty about knowing you're the example. It's not a position of pride. It's a mantle of responsibility. And I know it's heavy. I know you've cried, wondering why God couldn't choose someone else. Why he had to take you the long way. Why he had to expose you, isolate you, test you so thoroughly.
Please end the match. Please end it.
But the truth is,
so tired of this.
He chose you because you're built for it. He saw something in your spirit that even you haven't fully grasped yet.
The worst.
And now he's awakening it through this process. Chosen one, you're not being punished. You're being positioned. You're not being mocked. You're being marked. You're not being destroyed. You're being displayed.
Bro, I don't care.
And the more the enemy tries to shame you, the more heaven is preparing to showcase you. You're the example not because you were the strongest, but because you stayed. You didn't walk away. You didn't curse God. You kept praying, fasting, believing, dreaming, even when everything fell apart.
Like the whole game.
So here's the word. God is making an example out of you. so he can make a believer out of someone else.
Someone
is watching you right now secretly.
For everybody.
They're watching how you respond,
what the world
how
was.
you stand,
People want a
how
laughing
you
stock,
don't
they can
retaliate.
laugh at me all day.
And your faith is waking something up in their soul. That's the ripple effect of obedience. That's the divine purpose behind the pain. If you know this word is for you, comment below. God, use me for your glory. Make me the example. And hold on, chosen one. Because when God finishes writing this chapter of your story, it's going to read like prophecy fulfilled.
I couldn't even move.
Keep walking.
Half the time.
The world is about to witness your rise on heaven's terms. Embarrassment is just the stage setting. Chosen one. The very thing that broke your heart, the moment that humiliated you, the public embarrassment you still replay in your head, it wasn't the end of your story. It was the curtain rising. What felt like a disaster was actually divine stage setting. And the reason it hurt so deeply is because God was making room for a greater glory that couldn't be revealed any other way. You see, in the spiritual realm, the most powerful moves of God are rarely introduced with applause. They're introduced with exposure. Embarrassment is not a mistake in your journey, it's a prophetic marker. God allows that painful fall to remove what can't follow you into your next level. He doesn't shame you to harm you. He clears the stage of false relationships, wrong perceptions, and shallow support, so that when he raises the curtain, there's no confusion about who carried you to the top. Only God gets the glory.
I need to check
you may be asking, why did they see me fall? Why did it happen in front of everyone? Because heaven
stupid
needed
game doesn't
witnesses.
matter more than
your story is a setup, and before God lifts you, he lets people form opinions about your failure, so that when he moves, it becomes undeniably divine. He's writing a narrative so powerful that even your enemies will have to say, surely the Lord was with them. When you're chosen, your process will never be private. Your pain will be public, but so will your restoration. The very stage that was built to mock you will soon become the place of your divine announcement. That's how God works. He uses the same environment where you were broken to showcase your breakthrough. So, don't let the embarrassment fool you. You're not being buried. You're being planted. Think of a seed. Before it rises, it's pressed into darkness, hidden beneath dirt, stripped of its form. It looks like the end. But that burial is what activates the bloom. And in your life, this season of humiliation has only served to activate your hidden purpose. It's pushing you into alignment. It's breaking pride. It's teaching you that God is your defender, not people. Because when you finally stand on the stage, you'll stand tall with humility, strength, and unshakable faith. You may not feel it now, but this is your qualifying season. The pain you're enduring is permission for God to do something publicly with your life. He's preparing to announce you, but he must first anchor you. He must test your reaction to rejection, measure your heart when no one believes in you, and see if you'll still worship when it's just you and him. That's the preparation nobody sees, but it's the preparation that separates the called from the chosen. Let them laugh. Let them talk. Let them assume they've seen the end of your story. Because every great story has a twist, and in yours, God is flipping the script. He is taking that place of shame and turning it into the place of supernatural significance. What once embarrassed you will soon empower others. What once brought you low will now lift countless souls. That's how God moves, with prophetic precision. And when it happens, when the lights come on and you step fully into your assignment, you won't even feel the need to explain how you got there. Your story will speak for itself. Your resilience will testify. Your elevation will silence every lie, every rumor, every assumption. Because when God sets the stage, no one else controls the spotlight. So, chosen one, I need you to shift your mindset today. That embarrassment? It's not a mark of shame. It's the beginning of your unveiling. Don't run from it. Don't hide in regret. Stand in it. Learn from it. Grow through it. Because the same God who allowed it is the same God who will use it for glory. If this word resonates with your spirit, comment below. This is just the beginning. I'm ready for the stage. Because heaven has already started preparing the lights. The next act of your life is not failure. It's fulfillment. Stay in position. The audience is gathering. And the author of your story is about to show them all why he chose you. Your name is in heaven's mouth right now. Chosen one, you may feel forgotten right now, but in the unseen realm, your name is being spoken. Heaven hasn't overlooked you. In fact, your name is echoing in places your feet haven't even touched yet. While you're wrestling in silence, while you're walking through this season of spiritual obscurity, angels are whispering your name in heavenly places. God is planning something with your life that others wouldn't believe even if you told them. And right now, even as you sit in what feels like stillness, you are being discussed in the divine council of heaven. Don't let your current isolation convince you that you're not seen. Don't mistake the silence for insignificance. In the spiritual realm, God doesn't announce everything immediately. He prepares it in mystery. He surrounds his plans with divine secrecy. And the chosen ones, they're always discussed in hidden places long before they're revealed in public spaces. You are not invisible. You are simply under divine review. The suffering, the obedience, the quiet sacrifices, every single one of them has placed your name on heaven's agenda.
I've been sitting here streaming.
Let me remind you,
this is like I had to deal with
before
something.
David became king, he was just a shepherd, forgotten even by his own father.
It's gonna take.
When Samuel came looking to anoint the next king, David wasn't even invited into the room. But God said, "Man looks at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart." Heaven had already selected him, and even though